How would a Star Wars, Marvel, DC and Doctor Who crossover work? Well, first of all, there would have to be some sort of deal between Disney, Lucasfilm, Warner Brothers, and even the BBC. But second of all, it would require an intro like this. Obviously, the intro would be better if it had the Marvel logo, the DC logo, and the Doctor Who logo in it. But again, there would have to be a lot of deals done between the companies for that to happen. But in this crossover, a lot of locations could feature, including Asgard, the Death Star, even the Shield helicarrier. These are just some examples I'm throwing out there. Now, of course, this crossover could run into problems with the different continuities. For example, in the MCU, Star Wars is fictional. But if the Star Wars characters came through a portal from a universe where Star Wars is real, that would make sense. I mean, think about it, it's perfect. Marvel already has multiverses in it. So, surely, like, the Star Wars universe could be one of the universes in the multiverse. I mean, I don't know whether they should call them, different dimensions or different universes. I don't know, sort of, what route they could take with this, but I think, like, dimensions would be the safer bet. I mean, considering they did that Lego Dimensions video game, then it would seem a safer bet because of that. I mean, think about it. Time Lords versus droids and clones. I mean, people would be having nerdgasms. I mean, the kids would love it. Just as much as the adults. Obviously, this movie would have to have the biggest budget ever, like, in the history of the Earth. This would be the biggest movie of all time. Nothing would ever top it. I mean, even if they made, like, a trilogy out of it, rather than just one movie. Maybe that's expecting too much from the Hollywood industry. And the media industry. So, essentially, portals could open in different locations. So one portal could lead to Asgard, another portal could lead to the Death Star. And these portals, they won't just lead to different universes and locations, they would lead to different time periods. So, for example, there could be the First Order time period, but there could also be the time period of the Empire, the time period of the Clone Wars, the time period of the Old Republic, etc., etc. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be possible to have every single character ever to appear in all of these franchises to star in this movie, because even Disney, the richest company in the world, wouldn't be able to afford to pay every single one of those actors. I mean, it's just not feasible, even in the modern day. It wasn't feasible during old Hollywood to do something like that. And it's not feasible to do it in New Hollywood either. But I think a good starting point would be to have these three characters in it for starters. Coulson, Simmons, and Bobby, sporting her Star Wars shirt here. Coulson could say some line like, "I thought Star Wars was fictional," And then Simmons could say, yes, but sir, they come from a dimension where Star Wars is real. And then Bobby could have a nerdgasm because she obviously likes Star Wars really much, but if she has to come face to face with Darth Vader, I mean, I don't know how she would react. Probably trample in fear. Or, no. Actually, she shouldn't be the damsel in distress. She's a strong, independent woman. She should stand up for Darth Vader. She should stand up to Darth Vader, I should say. I mean, just, like, would Darth Vader's lightsaber just cut through Bobby's batons? I suppose so. Unless she, like, S.H.I.E.L.D. just invent new technology in collaboration with Stark Industries, and they make batons that are resistant to lightsabers. The main character of this bit of movie goals that I'm suggesting would, of course, have to be Luke Skywalker, the legend that he is. Probably the best character in popular culture. Other best characters include Darth Vader, Obi-Wan, and the Doctor from Doctor Who. But the point is, when I was growing up, he was my idol. He still is my idol today. Luke Skywalker. He inspires me to be a better person. So, this whole entire film could be centered around Luke and focused around Luke. Even when he crosses paths with the agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Avengers. It's all about him dealing with the evil from all of these different universes and how he overcomes that evil. It could be focused in a time period where Luke is still alive before he passed away in The Last Jedi. Time could be changed. The different timelines could be changed. So that Luke never dies. So that Han never dies. So that Mace Windu never dies. We will see Nick Fury come face to face with Mace Windu. That would be the best, well, not the best thing ever, but it would be pretty awesome. Well, that brings to an end part 1, but if you want me to do a part 2, then please comment, subscribe and like.